Shoot. He's literally right there in the middle.
Can you hear? Y'all hear?
It's cute here. I have no idea. You hear? Like so.
Go stand over there where, go stand over there.
Was our secretary in California. Priscilla? Yes, thank you. Okay. A lady's mom was our secretary for University of Islam, Clara School, and Sister Ortiz is her name, Ortiz Levy, and she's the one who taught me how to type. And I made good money from that.
I can hear her clear. She's clear on the
is kind of express why the National Alumni Association was started. I've had questions. I've had people ask me what right did I have for starting the National Alumni Association, and my response to them would be because I am a product of the Muhammad school system. I'm a graduate of University of Islam, and I'm also a graduate of Sister Clara Muhammad School. And if it was any kind of way I could make myself a graduate of W.D. Muhammad High, I would. But by the fact that I am a part of both schools, and this is why we started it. And another reason why we started the National Alumni Association is because I traveled a lot, and every time I would travel, I would talk to alumni, and they would tell us everywhere how they tried to get together, and tried to get the alumni together and have functions, and it would always fall on one person, keeping it going, and it just became too much for that one person. And that was the story we heard wherever I went. So my idea was to start a national alumni association so we would not have to reinvent the wheel. Okay, for the record, the Sister Clara Muhammad School National Alumni Association is a 501c3, and we are a nonprofit organization. We are education and community-based. Our job is to support the Muslim schools, whether it's Clara Muhammad or not, whether it's WD or not, but to support our community Muslim school. If there is not a Muslim school in that community, then to make sure we have one, to make sure that the quality of the school is what we had, and we had the best. How do we know we had the best? Because our test score says so. Okay, nationally. I started with Sister Ortiz, and I kind of got flustered there, but Sister Ortiz, like I said, was our secretary, and she still is our secretary. We can still get our transcripts. We go and pay her $15 each, it increases, but it's a lot of work for her because she has to go through the files. But to this day, we can still get our transcripts. We're accredited school. We appreciate that staff, and we appreciate the fact that we can get our transcripts. I know that's not for every location, but believe me, we are working on trying to make that happen because we are on the web. We have a website that's the National Alumni Association. We get calls from all over the United States. Alumni looking for their transcripts. Colleges who are trying to help alumni try to return back to school. Just a lot of things. So I think we're viable. I think we're needed. But I know that a lot of alumni don't know we exist. So we would not exist, the alumni. The schools would not exist if it weren't for the pioneers, the mothers that sacrificed and made sure that a school existed, whether it started with homeschooling or not. Sister Clara Muhammad, her and those mothers did not decide that the education for their children was not accessible outside and started the school. We could not have a school system that is over 70 years old. Over 70 years old, so that means that we are part of the American education legacy. We are books, whether someone tries to tell us we're not. We are in the history. And so we want to honor those pioneers. My dad was a bus driver. He had one leg. Nobody knew it. He had one leg, but he drove a stick shift bus up hills, picked up the children every single day. Many stories like that. You know, many stories of pioneers who sacrificed so that we had a good time. And we had a good time. I don't know if you guys know that, but you don't. The camaraderie that we have is very, very strong. I have very special people in the community that believe in what you're trying to do. So, I just want to say, so now, with the National Alumni Association, what we have been trying to push are chapters. And because of our community and the nature of our community and the nature of our psyche, so we should say chapter and membership, people got an attitude. But USC's alumni is strong. UCLA alumni is strong. E.B. Muhammad said that our alumni, if we get ourselves in order, would be as strong as USC. Because we had schools all throughout the United States. Each school had, I know for our school in California, we had like 1,000 or so students. And we used to have buses come through, tour buses to watch us in our little uniforms across the street. So we had schools all across the United States. That means there are hundreds of thousands of buses all over the world. Okay? So if we have that unity, that solidarity of alumni, we can accomplish a lot. We're not pulling on where we are now, okay? But we want to assist now that we're grown. It's taken us a while to get there, but now we're grown and we want to do whatever we can. That's why we're here. So we encourage membership to the National Alumni Association. We also encourage local areas to do chapters. Okay? Now, once you become a chapter, and I will be happy to answer any questions related to this morning, but if we start chapters, your chapter is then umbrella under, remember, we are a nonprofit community education base, then it's umbrella under that. And so then those benefits that you get from a nonprofit organization, your chapter can do and work that. That's
so we just go into a dollar.
That's how good federal money is available to you. And so when I was writing up the National Alumni Association, sure, I asked myself, okay, I can do this in California. But because I traveled and I heard all of these war stories, then I told myself, let's make this national. So yes, that's why we're national, and yes, that's why we're a good product. We do have a website.
Yeah, this drink is about to die.
Our original website needs a lot of work on it, so if you go once, you look at it. If you go again or look at it, it's the same way. You haven't done the work that you're supposed to do. Our second website, we put it up in the last